Have you ever been deeply hurt by someone? Maybe it was a friend who betrayed you, a partner who lied, or even a stranger who took advantage of you. The sting of that hurt, the anger, the resentment, it can feel like a heavy weight on your chest, right? We've all been there. Today, I want to tell you a story about two people who went through the exact same painful experience, but their lives took drastically different paths. It's a story that reveals a powerful, life-changing secret about letting go. Let me introduce you to Alex and Ben. They were old college buddies, now in their late 30s. Both smart, hard-working family men, they decided to pool their life savings to invest in what seemed like a golden opportunity of promising new tech startup. They did their homework, met the founder, and everything looked solid. They invested everything they had, dreaming of financial freedom for their families. But a few months later, the dream turned into a nightmare. The founder vanished. The company was a sham, and all their money was gone, every last penny. The shock was devastating for both of them. Alex was consumed by rage. He couldn't sleep. He couldn't eat. Every waking moment was spent thinking about the scammer. He'd pace his house late at night, replaying every conversation, every handshake, looking for red flags he'd missed. He'd say to his wife, "How could I have been so stupid? I'll never forgive that guy. I hope he rots." His anger was a blazing fire. He spent hours online, trying to track the scammer down, joining forums with other victims, feeding his obsession for revenge. At work, Alex was distracted and irritable. He snapped at his colleagues, and his performance plummeted. At home, the atmosphere was tense. His kids started to tiptoe around him, afraid of setting off another angry outburst. The joy and laughter that once filled their home were replaced by a heavy silence. His wife tried to talk to him, to help him move on, but Alex was trapped in his own mental prison. He believed that holding on to his anger was a way of punishing the scammer, a way of staying strong. But in reality, the only person he was punishing was himself, and he was dragging his family down with him. The scammer had taken his money, and now Alex was letting him take his peace, his happiness, and his future, too. Now, let's look at Ben. Ben was just as devastated, just as angry. The loss was a catastrophic blow. For the first few weeks, he felt the same fire of rage that Alex did. He felt foolish, betrayed, and terrified about the future. He punched a pillow more than once, shouting into the emptiness of his garage. He had his moments of despair, where he felt like giving up. But one evening, as he was tucking his daughter into bed, she looked up at him with her big, innocent eyes and said, "Daddy, why are you so sad all the time?" That question hit him like a lightning bolt. He looked at his beautiful little girl, and then he looked at himself in the mirror. He saw a man hollowed out by anger, a ghost in his own home. He realized in that moment that his anger wasn't hurting the scammer. That guy was long gone, probably living it up somewhere with their money. The anger was a poison, and he was drinking it every single day, expecting the other person to get sick. He was letting a thief who was no longer in his life continue to steal from him, stealing his joy, his presence with his family, his very life force. That night, Ben made a decision. It wasn't easy, and it didn't happen overnight. He decided to forgive. Now let's be clear about what this means. Forgiving the scammer didn't mean he was saying, "Oh, what you did was okay." It didn't mean he was letting the scammer off the hook, or that he would press charges if the guy was ever caught. Not at all. Forgiveness wasn't for the scammer. Forgiveness was for him. It was Ben's declaration of independence. It was him saying, "You've taken my money, but you will not take my peace. You will not take my happiness. You will not take my future. I am taking my life back." He started a simple practice. Whenever a thought of the scammer or the lost money popped into his head, filled with anger and regret, he would pause. He'd take a deep breath and say, either out loud or to himself, "I forgive you. I release this. I choose peace." The first 100 times he did it, it felt fake, like a lie. The anger was still there, bubbling just below the surface. But he kept doing it. He treated it like a workout for his mind. He was building a new mental muscle. He also started focusing on what he did have: a loving wife, healthy kids, his skills, his health. He started a gratitude journal, writing down 3 small things he was thankful for every day. It felt silly at first, but slowly it started to shift his perspective. While Alex was digging himself deeper into a hole of bitterness, Ben was planting seeds of recovery. He picked up extra freelance work. He started networking again. He was more present with his family. Laughter started to return to his home. He and his wife made a new financial plan, starting from scratch. It was incredibly hard and humbling, but they were doing it together. He was focused on building a new future, not dwelling on a painful past. A few years went by. Where do you think Alex and Ben ended up? Alex's life had spiraled. His obsession with revenge never faded. He ended up getting divorced. His relationship with his kids was strained, and he was stuck in a dead-end job, bitter and isolated. He was still, in his mind, a victim. He defined his entire life by the day he was scammed. The scammer had become the main character in his life story, and Alex was just a supporting actor filled with rage. He was a living ghost, haunted by a past he refused to let go of, and Ben's life had blossomed. It wasn't a fairy tale. He didn't magically get all his money back, but he and his wife had slowly but surely rebuilt their finances. More importantly, they had rebuilt their life. Their home was happy and full of love. Ben had started his own small consulting business, which was thriving. He was successful, not just financially, but in his spirit. He was happy. When he thought about the scam, which was rare, it was like a distant memory, an old scar that had faded. It no longer had any power over him. He had taken the poison of that experience and transformed it into the fuel for his own growth. The story of Alex and Ben shows us a profound truth. Holding on to anger and resentment is like holding a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Forgiveness is not about condoning the wrong that was done to you. It's about freeing yourself from the prison of the past. It's about taking back your power. It's the ultimate act of self-love and self-preservation. Maybe you're carrying a hot coal right now. Maybe someone hurt you weeks, months, or even years ago, and you're still replaying it in your mind, feeling that anger and pain. Look at what that's costing you. Is it costing you your peace, your sleep, your relationships, your happiness? Like Ben, you have a choice. You can choose to release it. You can choose to forgive, not for them, but for you. To say you no longer have power over my emotions. I am taking my life back. It's a process, and it takes courage. But it's the first step toward healing and reclaiming the beautiful, joyful life that you deserve. So, who do you want to be? Alex, forever trapped by the past, or Ben, free to build a better future? The choice is yours. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you live a happier, more peaceful life. See you in the next one.